Hey everybody, Kyle Goth here from GoatFilmReviews.com and the Goat Film Reviews YouTube channel, and I've got my first reaction to the new film, Afloat. This is a 2023 release, directed by, I'm going to probably say the name wrong, I'm sorry, Aslihan Unaldi. This is a feature film directorial debut for this director, and it follows a family that's getting together on a boat in Turkey in order to go on one final vacation before the patriarch of the family is sent to jail, to prison. So Zainab is our lead actor or lead character in the film, and she's here with her American husband. I don't know that it's exactly her film, but she's kind of the one we see the most of. She's on vacation with her husband here. He loses his passport. He becomes suspicious of those around him as to who would take the passport. And all the while that this is going on, Zainab's younger sister is kind of discovering who she is and kind of like lashing out at the family and trying to kind of find her place in all this. The younger sister is also kind of upset because her parents have been separated for a long time, and she begins to suspect that they may be having a secret romance and kind of keeping secrets from the family. And she has a lot of trouble reconciling those difficulties. At the same time, we've got the father who is essentially enjoying his one last vacation before he goes to prison. And I mean, that's a truly difficult thing to go through. You know, he's constantly getting advice. Oh, have you tried doing this? Have you tried doing that? And it's like, nothing is going to work. It is too late. And so while this family is kind of enjoying themselves, there's all these interpersonal conflicts happening between the surface, and kind of affecting how they will view each other at the end of this journey. Really, the film, it's not so much the movie of a point A to point B situation. It is more of a slice of life in these people's lives. It is not forward trajectory plotline in any way, but a lot of characters interacting. And to be fair, that isn't something that's a bad thing if it's done right, and I think this movie does it pretty well. I was captivated with a number of the people's stories, specifically, and maybe it's because I am an American, Oscar Pierce as Stephen, he was in Captain America: The First Avenger, and he plays Stephen, the American husband, and his kind of relationship with his father-in-law, because he's trying to give his father-in-law advice on, or ideas on what to do to keep him out of prison, because he really respects and seems to love him quite a bit. And the father-in-law is trying to give Stephen advice on how to be a better husband, how to be a better partner, and the irony, of course, being that he is from his own broken marriage and trying to tell this guy how to make his daughter happy in their relationship because he sees those cracks. It's a little bit of dramatic irony in there as well. I liked their kind of interactions quite a bit. And again, it might just be because I'm an American, but I thought, having just come back from a trip to Germany, there were times when I too lost my passport, and I probably flew off the handle a little bit myself, trying to figure out the nature of that. And I can see how stressful that would be for someone on a boat in a foreign land, just trying to figure things out. I didn't dislike any of the major performers in the film. The younger sister, Yasemin, Elit Iskan, sorry, I have the notes for the names because there's a lot of names I'm going to have trouble pronouncing. She was okay. I don't know that the actress was given a ton to do as far as characters go. I think the younger sister, Yasemin, she doesn't have that a lot to do. The script doesn't give her as much as it does other characters, and so that performance does feel a little off, and I think part of it is just the writing. I don't think it's inherently Iskan's performance. But there's not a lot to that character, and it kind of loses it for me there. But Zainab is very well played by Nihan Akar. Again, I'm probably saying that wrong. She was in the movie Strike. And I think she does a really great job because she's interacting with every single person. A lot of the characters are having their interpersonal discussions, but she's interacting with everyone in the film. And I think she does a great job of kind of changing her role as the interactions change with how she's kind of playing it up. She's someone who's definitely not so much lost, but she's missing something in her life. You can definitely tell that she's searching for a missing piece. She has her life together, but it is not fulfilling. And I think you can see that a lot in that performance, the way the character is written, interactions with her father, interactions with her husband, interactions with her mother, and interactions with her sister. I think all of those kind of serve to elevate that. I think the film's ending does uplift the film from being a movie I just thought was okay to a movie that I really, I enjoyed quite a bit. The ending of the film has some surprises in store, and specifically how the relationships are left at the end of the boat trip leaves you in a place, I don't know if I would say hopeful, But hopeful is maybe, I don't know that I would say hopeful, but definitely in a place that I think there can be growth. And I think that's kind of an interesting place to leave off, is that none of the characters have really evolved during this trip, but their viewpoints of each other have evolved. And that's, I think, the central crux of the film, is how relationships change when you're kind of in that tight-knit place and you're doing something that's supposed to be a joyful experience, and it ends up kind of straining those relationships further. So I like the movie Afloat. It's definitely a thinker. This is not an easily consumable product. This is definitely a piece of art that is meant to be engaged with. And if you're not going to engage with it, then you're probably not going to get that much out of it, because there's a lot of going on in the film from an emotional standpoint, less so in terms of plot. But I do recommend the film Afloat. It's an interesting little boiling pot of characters stuck on a boat together, and trying to kind of figure themselves out and figure each other out as well. So check it out. Give me your thoughts on Afloat down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, because it's definitely stayed in my mind for the past couple of days. So if you've seen the film, share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear your interpretations of various elements of the film, because there might be something I missed. I tend to find with international films, because of my Englishness and because of my Americanness, I sometimes miss those little details that are really interesting from my international viewers. So thank you so much for doing that. Make sure to like and subscribe as well. There are 2 free things you can do that help to support the channel immensely, and you never miss new episodes of the show as they drop. You can also check out goatfilmreviews.com for my many written reviews. You can check out Goat Film Reviews on Facebook. You can follow me personally at Almighty Goatman on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and Threads. And you can find the link in the description of this video for the Minnesota Film Critics Alliance, of which I am a member. Check out film critics' reviews of popular new films, as well as more of my stuff down there in the comment section. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.